It is the blockbuster matchup for round 5. It is the reigning champions Fitzroy against the rampant Campbellfield FC. Welcome inside Series Futsal Arena at Futsal Oz in Thomastown, Melbourne, Australia. Michael Chavello, Alex Sivkorovsky with you. Alex, the crowd is in on the edge of their seats, as are we, for what should be an absolute thriller.
Yeah, this is going to be a massive game. Huge implications here for whoever the winner is. If somehow Campbellfield win, Michael, it makes it a 3-horse race. If Fitzroy win tonight, they extend their lead by 3 points at the top of the table of the ladder and quite possibly be unstoppable from here on in.
Folks, wherever you're watching, right around the world, let us know on YouTube, on Facebook, via WeFroth who you think wins this matchup and why. The final team photo there for Fitzroy. Let's run you through their lineup. Mazen Abdullah wears 88, Tyler Lewis 13, the two goalkeepers. Scott Rogan, number 7 as always, Corey Sewell 11, Josh Allen, the epitome of excitement, number 2, Jimmy Sufis 17, Arturo Diaz 12, Harry Robotis 18, Michael Newen 5, Cosimo Russo wears number 4.
And for Campbellfield, number 1 is James Zarbo. Number 18, Aaron Yu. Number 6, the son of a gun, Elias Parthmos, playing against his former squad. Number 5, Daniel the Spider Souza. Number 7, the Golden Boot winner and current leader, Ubedi Cicek. Number 8, the King, Fernando de Marias. Number 9, Joel da Silva. Number 10, 10-man Kanjo, Hayden Kanjo. Number 11, Danny Chabani. And number 21 is Naeem Rahimi.
How does Elias Parthmos handle the nerves of taking on the club he won the championship with last year, Fitzroy?
Look, it's going to have butterflies. I think, he knows this team inside out very well. He started as a junior. He's only 19 years of age, and he's been there majority of his life. I think this one will have maybe just a point to prove tonight. Maybe just show, hey, I don't need you guys. I can make it out on my own. And I think he'll be primed for a big game tonight.
Final group huddle for Campbellfield. They will be relying on their skipper, Ubedi Cicek, the reigning Golden Boot winner, wearing number 7, to bring the goals tonight. The great man, Fernando de Moraes, to lead with leadership, with experience. Parthmos, can he light the fuse on the cannons, particularly in the left boot, Elias Parthmos. And the workhorse, Danny Chabani. Fitzroy, so much flows through arguably the best player in the entire league, Scotty Rogan. And also the epitome of excitement, Josh Allen. The experience of Arturo Diaz. The consistency of Harry Robotis. And also the goal-scoring instinct of Cosimo Russo. Russo will start, Robotis will start as well. You see Rogan at the top of your screen.
Yeah, we've got to mention it's Arturo Diaz's first game against his former squad too, Campbellfield. So interesting how he goes.
We're underway in the blockbuster of round 5. Fitzroy in their familiar yellow, kicking to left of screen. Here's Scott Rogan. Robotis trying to feed Cosimo Russo. Strong opening lineup for Fitzroy. De Moraes down the line. Parthmos, V. Rogan. You wonder if Elias has any inside knowledge of how to solve the riddle that is the all-conquering Fitzroy. Early save down the line to Joel da Silva. Fast, free-flowing futsal early here. De Moraes depossessed by Robotis. Fernando de Moraes. Elias Parthmos. Over the top to Parthmos. Trying to get the outside of his right boot to it there, Elias.
Yeah, no, that time just probably the wrong ball over the top there. So getting early touches will do wonders for his confidence.
Storming through, Cosimo Russo. And the ball put out well. Cicek looking to really get his first touch of the game. UC7. Russo. Parthamos. Stolen. Beautifully done. From Arturo Diaz. Parthamos off the left. One keeper to another. Fast start from both these teams. João da Silva just shy of that lower left corner.
Yeah, and you can see Elias Parthamos there knew as well that was a big chance waiting for him at the back post. Maybe just came in a bit too quick, but what a save that was from Tyler Lewis. That'll do him wonders as well.
Rogan feeds it out wide. Back to Rogan. Diaz. Rogan. Threads it through into the D. Beautifully done! And Fitzroy on the board. You can see why we call them the Harlem Globetrotters of series futsal. Because of play like that. The deft touches, the vision, the control and the finishing. 1-0 Fitzroy.
That was a superb finish there from Big H, Harry Robotis, and you can see Aaron Yu did all he could to get there, but the ball was just too quick and great finish. And you can see up the other end, they miss. Fitzroy punishes you. That's why it's important to get that first goal.
Da Silva. Catching up now for Campbellfield to do. Terrific crowd on hand here on a sweltering day in Melbourne. It is hot inside the Series Futsal Arena. And Fitzroy are turning up the heat on Campbellfield. João da Silva, right boot. Can they find an equaliser, Campbellfield? As Ubidi Cicek takes the corner. João da Silva back to Cicek. Nothing getting past Tyler Lewis in goals. Big imposing presence in the red shirt tonight, Tyler Lewis. Here's Rogan. Rogan to Russo. So many goal-scoring potentialities here for Fitzroy. It's crazy the amount of talent they have. And to think that Josh Allen not even on the court yet. Campbellfield need to settle. Need to find a way to slow down this very fast start from Fitzroy. Rogan. Cicek. And the foul called. Centre court. Opportunity presents itself for Campbellfield.
Yeah, no advantage there for Cicek as Cosi Russo just giving him a slight nudge. But this is going to be an interesting battle between Cicek and Scotty Rogan, both number 7s. That'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Parthamos trying to light the fuse of the cannons. A corner for Campbellfield. João da Silva, top of the D, brings it down on the chest. Beautifully stolen. Rogan. Almost in there for Diaz. They are so quick on the counter. Fitzroy. Da Silva has been busy on the right wing so far, João da Silva. Turn here from Cicek. Parthamos, 2-on-1. Against former teammates, Rogan and Robotis. Side ball for Campbellfield. Parthamos awaiting. Cicek goes inside the D. Deflection off Robotis for a Campbellfield corner. Parthamos still alone, bottom of your screen. João da Silva turns, had Rogan covering him though.
Yeah, that's good. They've got to come up with another plan here as they go back out, and it's going to be a costly turnover there. Big mistake from João da Silva. And here comes Josh Allen. the excitement machine. What can he bring for Fitzroy?
You feel the butterflies in your stomach. The titillation every time that Josh Allen steps on the court. Cicek trying to bulldoze his way through. Rogan out of defense. Feeds it through the center. Nice pass out here to Parthamos. Oh, beautifully done! The king! Where's the crown? Fernando de Moraes, known as potentially the greatest serious futsal player of all time, shows why he is called the king.
And that was beautifully done there. You can see it started off Elias Parthamos, silky smooth feet, and the king just took a pace off it as Tyler was expecting it to come a little bit faster and puts it in the bottom left-hand corner. 1-1, we got a game in our hands now, Michael.
Game on indeed. And it took the king to draw level for Campbellfield. Here's Parthamos. Cicek. Don't think that Ubidi Cicek has been sighted on goal so far tonight. Almost 8 minutes in.
See now Scotty Rogan now. What can he do? Can the flash get the Fitzroy back in? Diaz out wide. Rogan. Shots blocked. So that battle again between Cicek and Rogan is hotting up.
Cicek. De Silva was running onto it. Well put out by Cosimo Russo. And on comes Michael Newen, the workhorse and a fan favourite for Fitzroy. Cicek, 2-on-1. Swamped by Yellow. Rogan through the centre. Cutting pass. But Russo did not time that well. Should have done better there, Cosimo. Off goes João de Silva. On comes the man they call Yogurt, Danny Chobani, the workhorse for Campbellfield. Both teams with so much depth, they can bring on big guns. We haven't seen Hayden Kanjo yet for Campbellfield.
Also Daniel Souza, another big one.
Cracked there by Cicek, straight into Allen. Floated over the top, but ultimately out of bounds. 1-1, 13:45 remains, first half, round 5. Campbellfield Fitzroy, the marquee matchup inside Series Futsal Arena. Rogan. Newen to Rogan. Allen back to Rogan. Rogan off his right. Well covered though by Aaron Yu. Parthamos to Cicek. Skipper on skipper. Cicek crosses court. Given away there though. Before Jabani could get to it. Rogan with some room, makes a move towards the centre. Russo. Allen running through the left. Rogan's gone out far. Now finds Allen on the left. Back to Rogan. Distribution here from Fitzroy. Edging forward through Rogan. Newen. Allen. Newen. Shot. And you saw it coming. Rogan looking for the top of the netting.
Yeah, that was a big save there from Aaron Yu, and he's keeping Cambo in this game. And that time Scotty Rogan just roofing that one in high. So this is a real chess match here, Michael. They're really just playing piece by piece, moving it around, seeing who's going to pull the first big move. No one's yet.
Newen puts it over the line for side ball for Ubidi Cicek. 7 goals already for the season. Cicek leading the Golden Boot race, the Golden Boot winner of last year. Here he is again, Cicek. Squares it. Partamos feeds it out wide. Nice movement here from Campbellfield. Cheech through the centre off his left. Blocked though by Newen.
There's going to be a drinks break here. So we'll go to a quick ad break. We'll be back after this, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go away.
And that was Lazar Savic.
And that was just pure savage there from Lazar Savic. What an absolute ripper. Lovely assist here from Frano Saric, and Savic just eyes it up and went bang. And Maliaros just couldn't keep it out. 3-0. This is getting really ugly pretty quick here, Michael.
Turn the tide. If they win tonight, they could be up for a chance for championship.
Claudia Frascalzo, how do you do? Smack bang into the net off the throw-in from Chloe Dranotsky.
Again, it's the throw-ins. We've seen it all night, and I love to see more of it. They need to try this all because, without a doubt, look at this run-in from Claudia straight into Chanel Camilleri. And just
1-1. Fitzroy Campbellfield. When Campbellfield scored earlier on, some controversy ensuing. Both Fernando de Moraes and Elias Partamos celebrating against their former club. May have ruffled some feathers, but that's the way it is. Crack there from Ewan. I've got goosebumps running up and down my arms on this one, Alex.
That was just instrumental, that save. Unbelievable from Aaron Yu.
Allen, Newen, Josh Allen. You know, if anybody on the court wants to get on the scoreboard and has the most hunger, it's always Josh Allen. The epitome of excitement. And what a crowd has turned out for this one. Here's Rogan, Newen. Rogan against Hayden Kanjo, goes out on the outside. Side ball for Partamos. Against his former captain, his former teammate Rogan. Tyler Lewis, easy take. Rogan calling for it, and so shall he receive it. Very special, Fitzroy. The way they move the ball around. Can you find a better futsal team in all of Australia? We put the challenge out there continually. But tonight, so far, deadlocked with Campbellfield at 1-1. And Campbellfield have the potential, have the stars to upset Fitzroy. Partamos, Chichek, De Moraes, De Silva, Kanjo, Chobani, star-studded. Can they keep the pressure on the entire game? Because Fitzroy have a way of breaking teams down, not only physically, but breaking their spirit.
Yeah, I think that's what they do. They just break you down slowly. And in the end, that's when they pull the trigger, and that's when they catch you off guard. And you think, how did that happen? But they've been setting it up for quite a number of minutes. You can see now they're constantly pressuring Campbellfield, and only about a time before they eventually score a goal.
When we come to the second half, folks, the opening minutes of the second half is always where Fitzroy seem to drive the dagger into opponents. That is the danger territory. The first 4 or 5 minutes is where they usually destroy opponents. If they were boxers, that is where they knock out opponents, Fitzroy. Campbellfield, as we move towards that halftime break and into the second half, have to be careful not to fall into that trap that Fitzroy always seem to set at the start of the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. And a bit of controversial decision there. There was a foul not given to Campbellfield, and Tyler Lewis, unfortunately, Daniel the Spider Souza just went through him, and it's going to be a foul for Fitzroy. So controversial decision here. I think the referees are going to come together. What will come of this here? This is a big, big moment in this game. Will it be a penalty? Let's have a look at it here on the replay. So Daniel Souza got a lucky break. Tackle came in from Michael Newen, still going, and Scotty Rogan challenges. Was there enough on him? Here's the question. You can see here, Tyler Lewis just taking a little bit of a bump there. So I'm not sure if a challenge has been called.
Well, Scott Rogan was riddled in controversy last week. We spoke to him after the game. Very controversial moment. And he was quite rightly hard done by last week, Scott Rogan. This one has timeout being called. So, you know what? We'll stay with it here, guys. This one has the feeling of a final, doesn't it, Alex?
Yeah.
I mean, this could be a grand final match right here.
Absolutely. It could go down to the very wire. And at the moment, both teams are playing very, very high caliber futsal. And it's very hard to pick them at the moment.
Back underway. Rogan. Newen. Beautiful ball. Cross court to Arturo Diaz. Back to Newen. Newen onto his right. Gets nudged off. Partamos through the centre. Oh, wild mistimed kick there from Chobani. Partamos wins it back. Partamos cleared off the line. Partamos agonisingly close and cleared off the line by Campbellfield.
Wow, that was a huge moment there. Arturo Diaz goal line save. That was a big moment there. Elias Parthamos thought he had his first goal against his former squad, and Arturo Diaz thought otherwise, keeping it out against his former squad too.
Kanjo on the outside of the right boot. The tension inside the Sirius Futsal Arena. You could cut it with an electric toothbrush. It is crazy in here. And the tension's on the court as well. There is so much passion, pride, that this one could boil over at any moment. Almost like a ticking time bomb, this game. Put out there by Daniel Sousa. See that far tier of audience. It is 9:40 p.m. on a Friday night, and it's full.
On a warm Friday night too.
A very warm Friday night. Rogan. Bad ball. Intended to find Scott Rogan. Lewis. Diaz moving down the left. Rogan goes through the centre to Robotis. Robotis couldn't find Newen. Chobani's made a run towards the top of the D here for Campbellfield. Now out wide. Beautifully done. Almost threaded to Kanjo. Stolen like a thief in the night, Scott Rogan. And it just gets away from him. Making a change as Cicek, the Golden Boot winner of 2022, comes back on. Sent me a request today on Facebook to join his Facebook page, UC7, Ubidi Cicek. Jump on it if you're a Cicek fan like we all are. Big hello to Victor Dimopoulos watching on YouTube. Says he thinks Cambo can do it. But then again, Fitzroy are the champions. They are hard to beat. Partamos out at the centre here if they want him. Cicek decided to have a crack. Lots of real estate for Partamos. Also some for Kanjo. Though Robotis is, I should say, Robotis is watching Kanjo. Daniel Sousa brings it in. Trying for a salmon leap of a header inside the D. Fitzroy bring it away, and Partamos there to spoil that party.
Yeah, that was a big salmon leap there from 10-man Kanjo. It's just a bit too high for him, and now Fitzroy up the other end. Can they punish him here?
Diaz. Been busy. Arturo Diaz. Rogan. The man who can slow down time, Scott Rogan. It's like he jumps through a portal and opens a wormhole. You don't know where he's going to reappear. On comes the king, Fernando de Moraes. Goal scorer for Campbellfield. De Moraes, who only weeks ago was the MVP in our inaugural All-Stars game. Showing that even with age, he has lost none of his sweet touch. Timeout called. We'll be back momentarily.
And it's Josh Allen! Josh Allen scores! Josh Allen takes his top off.
The hat trick. He gets his hat trick, gets his top off, and sends the stadium into overdrive.
Interrupters.
The stadium's erupted.
Interrupters there.
He'll take
Josh,
the yellow card, no
that's
worries,
the yellow.
Joseph.
You take the yellow card every day of the week.
Let's have a look at this replay, please. It all started here with Allen. Have a look. Not this bit here, but he wins the ball here in that tackle against Ate. Passes the ball off.
Didn't give up.
And he goes to the back post and taps it in. So, yeah, Kevin...
Does Lockie, here he is. Again, Caro in front of him. Now it's Temmel. Oh, Temmel! And there's the crowd pop for Hume. Gives it away. Hume. 1-1 Fitzroy versus Campbellfield. 3 minutes to play in the first half of our blockbuster. Big hello to Timothy Samuels via YouTube, who says he thinks Fitzroy can overcome the physicality of Campbellfield. Great crowd on hand to see this blockbuster of round 5. Michael Chavello, Alex Sivkorovsky with you. Can someone forge ahead before the halftime break? Cicek couldn't get the turn that he wanted, though it will be a corner for Campbellfield. De Moraes going across to take it. May feed it to Cicek in close. A little wider out is João da Silva. Here's da Silva off the volley. Scott Rogan. Cicek tried to feed it into the path of da Silva. Been one of the most active players for Campbellfield tonight, João da Silva. Cicek hasn't really gotten the opportunities he'd hoped for thus far. Nice take there from Cosimo Russo. Just couldn't get enough mustard behind that shot though, Cosi Russo. Flicked on header, safely taken by Tyler Lewis.
Yeah, Tyler Lewis very confident there, came out, knew that Souza was running in. So De Moraes trying to be a bit cheeky there and slow down the play. Very lucky not to get called a yellow card there. So Campbellfield 2 minutes away from half time. Michael, it's been a very, very highly entertaining game.
Remember folks, the opening 4 minutes of the second half is usually where this Fitzroy team are their most dangerous. Campbellfield need to know that, and surely they will. Need to make sure they do not get caught in the spider's web that the likes of Rogan and Josh Allen can weave. Haven't seen as much of Josh Allen tonight in the first half. Only glimpses of the exciting one.
See Corey Sewell on.
Cross court to Rogan. Rogan nicely done. Fed back to Sewell. Sewell off his right, blocked by Ubidi Cicek. Allen's about to come on, I believe. He will. Sewell down the left. Russo. Just couldn't bring it under control. Lewis Jacoby on YouTube saying Fitzroy will win. Let's go Fitzroy. Cicek. Rogan sticks a boot between the legs. Dimarias through the centre, the king. A little too far there, though, for Joel Da Silva.
Yeah, that was a good opportunity there. Joel Da Silva just probably 1 to 2 steps behind, and 28 seconds left to go before half-time. One apiece. Can someone finally break the deadlock before half-time here?
Rogan v. Cicek. Allen. Cicek. Well done by Scott Rogan. Tries to turn on the right. Blocked by Daniel Sousa. Timeout called. We'll take a break. Does Lockie. Here he is. Again. Caro in front of him. Now it's Temmel. Oh, Temmel! And there's the crowd pop for Hume. Gives it away. Hume. Hume! Hume! They're back! They are back! He misses and Moreland win. Here we go. He doesn't. With a wonderfully worked goal, Freno Sarek comes deep, as he likes to do. Oh, it's number 3! It's an absolute belter! An absolute thumper! What a start from Altona. They are a house on fire. And that was Lazar Savic.
And that was just pure savage there from Lazar Savic. What an absolute ripper. Lovely assist here from Freno Sarek, and Savic just eyes.
Deadlocked. 1 goal apiece. Moments away from half-time. Still looking for a header. Well taken from you. Cicek trying to turn on it. Rogan, one last shot. And there it is. At halftime, Fitzroy 1, Campbellfield 1. Trinotsky.
Again, it's the throw-ins. We've seen it all night, and I love to see more of it. They need to try this all because, without a doubt, look at this run-in from Claudia straight into Chanel Camilleri. And just
Davies. The Beak back on the court. Dashing through the centre. Mary Beak! Mary Beak! Mary! Beak! It's the equaliser! She'd been on the court for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. That's Maria Beak magic.
absolute running. She knew when the moment she got on the court, no one knew that at all. Because why would you make a turnover substitution right then? But
Allen clears, Caro. Sewell back to Allen here.
33 seconds.
Oh, it's given away, Allen. Good tackle, Allen. Just
Allen.
can't reach out, Sewell.
Oh!
And it's Josh Allen.
There it
Josh
is.
Allen scores. Josh Allen takes his top off.
The hat-trick. He gets his hat-trick, gets his top off, and sends the stadium into overdrive. The stadium's erupted.
Interrupters there.
He'll take
Josh,
the yellow card, no
that's a
worries,
yellow-
Joseph.
You take the yellow card every day of the week.
Let's have a look at this replay, please. It all started here with Allen. Have a look. Not this bit here, but He wins the ball here in that tackle against Ate. Passes the ball off.
Didn't give up.
And he goes to the back post and taps it in. So, yeah, Kevin...
Does Lockie, here he is. Again, Caro in front of him. Now it's Temmel. Oh, Temmel! And there's the crowd pop for Hume. Gives it away. Hume! 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 They're back! They are back! He misses and Moreland win. Here we go. He doesn't miss. With a wonderfully worked goal, Freno Sarek comes deep, as he likes to do. Oh, it's number 3! It's an absolute belter! An absolute thumper! What a start from Altona. They are a house on fire. And that was Lazar Savic.
And that was just pure savage there from Lazar Savic. What an absolute ripper. Lovely assist here from Freno Sarek, and Savic just eyes it up and went bang. And Maliaros just couldn't keep it out. 3-0. This is getting really ugly pretty quick here, Michael.
Turn the tide. If they win tonight, they could be up for a chance for championship.
Claudia Frascalzo, how do you do? Smack bang into the net off the throw-in from Chloe Dranotsky.
Again, it's the throw-ins. We've seen it all night, and I love to see more of it. They need to try this all because, without a doubt, look at this run-in from Claudia straight into Chanel Camilleri. And just
Davies. The Beak back on the court, dashing through the centre. Mary Beak! Mary Beak! Mary! Beak! It's the equaliser! She'd been on the court for 2 seconds. 2 seconds! That's Mary Beak magic!
absolute running. She knew when the moment she got on the court, no one knew that at all. Because why would you make a turnover substitution right then? But
Second half between Fitzroy and Campbellfield, deadlocked at 1 goal apiece. Ubedi Cicek to get us underway. Campbellfield kicking now to the left of screen. Parthamos. Cicek still trying to get on goal. The Golden Boot winner of last year. Shot there from the King, Fernando de Moraes, who scored the goal for Campbellfield.
Yeah, and this is where Campbellfield need to be careful. We know Fitzroy will come out in the first 4 minutes and really try to get a couple of goals on. So if they can steady here, as Rahimi on now for Cambo, they're in this game and a good chance to win.
Allen feeds it out wide. And it'll be a side ball here for Fitzroy. There it is. It's happened again. In the opening minutes of the second half, Fitzroy score.
And as we predicted, from a set throw here, Josh Allen on his own there. Corey Sewell, just probably not the cleanest of hits, but puts it away and makes it 2-1. And a great start for Fitzroy.
It's what they do, Fitzroy. Corner here from Cicek. Demarais could have left it for Elias Parthamos. Campbellfield need to rally back now. Here's Josh Allen. Sewell, Rogan. Down the left wing. A little too far though. Well done by Cicek to force the pressure. Aaron Yu leaves it for Parthamos. Demarais backheel. Cicek on his left. Well covered though. Demarais. Chance again for Fitzroy. Cleaned up by Parthamos. Here's Cicek in the centre. Cicek. Tyler Lewis came out confidently.
Yeah, there was a good chance there for Canberra to get one back, but Tyler Lewis wants to keep a clean sheet in the second half. A bit unlucky there for Fernando. He could have maybe had a chance at a foul, but referee's seen otherwise.
Side ball from Cicek into the side of the goal. Cicek for the corner. Parthamos. Blocked by Allen. Still to come tonight, folks. Our last game of round 5. Moreland versus Western Wolves. The Wolves with the Angelatos brothers. And Moreland, of course, with Andre Caro, Adam Cooper and the like. Demarais trying to score his second to get things even here for Campbellfield. Josh Allen. Rogan. Blocked by Parthamos. We had warned that Fitzroy come out strong in the second half, and it's usually where they put the knives into opponents. They have stuck one in Campbellfield in this second half. Rogan. Allen. Sewell. Sewell's the man who drove the knife in. How will Campbellfield finagle their way back into this? That man, Ubidi Cicek, must play a major role. Allen tearing down the right. Rogan sees him, goes to the left instead. Back to Rogan. Rogan switches onto his right boot, forces Aaron Yu into action. Parthamos. Over Cosimo Russo. Surrounded by yellow. Josh Allen. That should have been an easy goal for Allen. He usually nails those.
Yeah, that was very, very lucky for Campbellfield, but what a ball cut back that was. And Josh Allen, you think all money would have put it in the back of the net. So Campbellfield survive a scare.
Campbellfield must remain focused. Demarais over the top. Headed by Parthamos. Good save by Yu to deny Sewell a second goal. Well done by Cosimo Russo against the King. Russo, cross court, Sewell. Rogan running down the left. Back to Russo on the right, to Allen. Rogan going through the centre. Here he is, Rogan, turns. Parthamos. Demarais keeps it in play. Sewell. Josh Allen looks ahead. Sewell on the left, keeps it on the left side of the court. Allen in the centre now, Rogan to his right. Here's Scott Rogan. Look how they move the ball around, Fitzroy. Lots of patience. Rogan found some room. Still Rogan. Yu saves. Break on now. Little nudge, no foul given. Rogan with room. Allen to his right, Josh Allen. Rogan! Good save from you. Fitzroy looking to seal the deal in the opening minutes of the second half. They perhaps should have been 4-1 up. A squandered chance from Josh Allen and some good saves from Aaron Yu preventing that scoreline.
Yeah, absolutely. And Aaron Yu's absolutely keeping Campbellfield in this game, and he is really stepping up to the plate, and that's why he was one of the best keepers in the league. He's getting back there again after some horrid injuries. Now Campbellfield, the outfield players, they need to do their job and they need to get back on the scoreboard quickly.
Canjo. Campbellfield needs some Canjo magic. Some Rahimi inspiration. Some Parthamos cannons. Ewan. Rogan. This is better from Campbellfield. There's some room now. Couldn't thread it back to Hayden Canjo. Trying to get a little fancy inside the D there. Rogan asking for it.
So it might be a challenge here. Referees are having a chat. So it looks like they might go to VAR here. So Michael Tiaras gives us a VAR signal. If we can get the replay on that one, let's see what Fitzroy seen something that we couldn't maybe.
Hope you're enjoying it, folks, wherever you're watching live via Facebook, WeFroth, YouTube. Round 5 action. This match to perhaps determine who is the real #1 contender for the championship this year.
Yeah, it looks like it might have been a handball. So Corey Sewell, when he brings it down, he tries to flick it over Elias, and maybe it's just come off his hand there. So time will tell here. No dice. So challenge now is gone for Fitzroy. Good opportunity here for Cambo now to really try to get a goal and get back in the game, but they can't put their heads down as yet, Michael.
Campbellfield, the only goal so far for them coming through the king, Fernando de Moraes. Rogan, a lot of real estate given here. Ball comes out to Scott Rogan now. Rogan running through the centre. Aaron Yu wise to it. Newen. Tyler Lewis. Hasn't had a lot to do lately, Lewis. Campbellfield want to change that situation. Robotis. Newen. Too far though for Scott Rogan.
Yeah, and that was a bit of play that Fitzroy are really accustomed to, and even the flash couldn't get there. So Campbellfield now really need to string a couple of passes here and get out of trouble. Just ease the pressure off, and Daniel Souza just giving it away cheaply there.
14 minutes remains, second half. Fitzroy league leaders, Scott Rogan. Robotis down the line to Diaz. Put out though from Danny Jabani, getting vocal. Rogan roosts it. Parthamos. Can the youngster somehow find an eye on goal? He's been in scoring form all season so far, Elias Parthamos. But his goal-scoring ways have been held in check by Fitzroy tonight, his former club. Here's Rogan. Newitt. Rogan. Rogan v. Parthamos. And Rogan draws a foul. In a very good position for Fitzroy. Campbellfield cannot afford to concede another goal in a game where goals are hard to come by. Against the league champions, the all-conquering Fitzroy. To be 3-1 down may be the death knell.
Michael, a team of Fitzroy's calibre, they've played 4 games. They've only conceded 4 goals. That just shows you defensively how they are. Scotty Rogan.
Rogan to Newen, and Aaron Yu clears. Newen. Rogan. The critical funnel through which everything flows. Scott Rogan. Diaz had made a nice play in the centre of the D. They just couldn't find him though. It's Robotis on that far side. Newen alone in the centre. Here he is now, Newen. Off his right, blocked by Jabani. Newen back to Lewis. Lewis over the top. Kanjo. Long throw. Drink break. We'll take a drink break too. Be right back.
Please, it all started here with Ellen. Have a look. Not this bit here, but he wins the ball here.
Good
in that tackle against Ate. Passes the ball off.
Didn't give up.
And he goes to the back post and taps it in. So, yeah, Kevin.
Though does Lockie. Here he is. Again. Caro in front of him. Now it's Temmel. Oh, Temmel! And there's the crowd pop for Hume. Gives it away. Hume. Hume! Hume! They're back! They are back! He misses and Moreland win. Here we go. He doesn't miss. Fitzroy 2-1 ahead over Campbellfield. Second goal coming early in this second half, as we predicted. The opening 4 minutes of the second half is where Fitzroy traditionally love to stick the knives in opponents and kill them off. Campbellfield far from killed off though at 2-1 down, but goals are hard to come by. The only goal scorer for the team in white has been the king, Fernando de Moraes. Diaz out wide. Arturo Diaz distributing. Robotis back to Diaz. Now to Rogan. This beautiful passing game. It is just poetry in motion to watch. Except when it gets spoiled like that from Robotis. Otherwise, it was poetry up until then. Maybe it got shortened down to a limerick. Good audience watching on YouTube. We thank you for joining us. Parthamos, shaking a shuffle, goes through the centre. Cicek. Been a quiet night for Cicek. Fitzroy managed to close down the Golden Boot winner. Wonder if there's some frustration keeping in for Ubiri Cicek. Newen. Dispossessed by Hayden Kanjo. You over the top. Tyler Lewis not getting tested too much. As Sill comes back on for Fitzroy. Newen. Rogan's got room now. Here he is, Rogan. Rabotis goes inside the D. Rogan's got room again. Feeds it to Seal. And Seal just forced wide by Cicek.
Yeah, that's a good battle there. Cicek and Corey Sewell. Cicek using his pace and upper body strength to keep out Sewell. So you're right, Michael. He's been contained tonight. They know how dangerous Cicek is, and they always have Scotty Rogan on him. So that's been a really great battle so far.
Cicek. Back to Parthamos. Goes out wide. Parthamos switching to the left side of the court. Cicek. Parthamos has some room. Rabotis in front of him. Well done by Harry Rabotis to put the ball out of play. Elias Parthamos nipping at the heels of Ubidi Cicek for the golden boot so far this year. Floats it over the top. Header. Trying to find Cicek at the top of the D. Josh Allen back on for Fitzroy. Newen goes off. Cosimo Russo on for Fitzroy. How about that for a couple of subs off the bench, huh? Allen and Russo. Rogan, Allen. Man who can make blinding runs, Josh Allen. Probably haven't seen as much of Allen as we would have expected tonight. Whenever he is on, there is the possibility to score, and score in highlight reel fashion. Rogan deep. Kanjo pursues him. .740 remains. Fitzroy to try and maintain their position at the top of the ladder. Parthamos against his old teammates. The shock announcement that he left Fitzroy to join Campbellfield. Second leading goal scorer behind Cicek, who is on 7. Parthamos on 6 for the season. Cicek not having a great game tonight. Here he is, Cicek. It's going to be a Fitzroy ball. They need to find a way to spark the fire, Campbellfield. That one not for Aaron Yu to have to do any work. There is something lacking, though, from the men in white here in the second half. They need to dig deep. Parthamos. Parthamos again. Tried to set up off the left boot. And Cosimo Russo says, none of that, Elias. Fires it into the D. Shot there from the King, Di Marias.
Yeah, there was a big chance there. They just couldn't get a clean-cut shot in front of goals, and at the moment they're running out of ideas, Campbellfield. Maybe from a set piece they might have to get something going here.
Diaz charging through the centre. Allen off again, I believe. And Rabotis on. So just a short spell once more for Josh Allen. The King to the golden boot. Off comes Russo, on comes Newen. Changes thick and fast here for Fitzroy. Trying to keep the legs as fresh as possible. Don't know that Rogan has been taken off yet during this match.
I don't think at all. I think you'll be very brave, coach, to try to take him off at any stage of any game, really.
Side ball for Campbellfield. Everything they are trying is not working for Campbellfield. Rogan on his left. Rogan again. Nguyen, Diaz, Robotis. That was Daniel Souza charging out from the back line. The Professor, Gabriel Zabalos, looking quite pleased, though he would like to see Fitzroy score another just to give that healthy gap. There is under 4 minutes for Campbellfield to equalise. One more goal from Fitzroy and that will do it, you feel. Defensively, as Alex said, 4 games, 4 goals conceded coming in tonight. Maybe 5 and 5 after tonight. It is an incredible record to match their goal-scoring record. And the big question will remain, if this scoreline doesn't change, of who can challenge Fitzroy for the championship in 2023. Rogan, with him at the helm, you really got to wonder who can solve the riddle of Scott Rogan. Dimarias to Parthamos, back to Dimarias. Campbellfield looking a little lackluster here though. Dimarias calls Tyler Lewis into action. Didn't fall well though for Parthamos. Allen back on. So too Russo. So maybe Fitzroy going to look to kill off the game now. 2 potent weapons. Russo and Allen on with Rogan and Sill. Russo, Allen, Rogan. Allen making a run down the right. Josh Allen into the side netting. Timeout called. We'll take a quick break. Be right back. Junotsky.
Again, it's the throw-ins. We've seen it all night, and I love to see more of it. They need to try this all because, without a doubt, look at this run-in from Claudia straight into Chanel Camilleri. And just
Davies. The Beak back on the court, dashing through the centre. Mary Beak! Mary Beak! Mary! Beak! It's the equaliser! She'd been on the court for 2 seconds. 2 seconds! That's Mary Beak magic!
absolute running. She knew when the moment she got on the court, no one knew that at all. Because why would you make a turnover substitution right then? But
Time against Campbellfield. 2:10 remains for the likes of Parthamos and Dimarias and Cicek to find target, draw even, maybe force it into a penalty shootout. Cicek has been held quiet all night. Marias, the lone goal scorer. And indeed, they're going for it. Flying keeper now. Aaron Yu giving them that extra target points up front. If they can maintain possession. Here he is, Yu. What's the advantage of doing that here, Alex?
Well, they've got that extra man in there attacking half, but the only problem is you leave your keeper out. So if Fitzroy get it And the keeper's not in his spot again. There could possibility be there's a foul there on Chichek. So first foul Fitzroy have committed, Michael, in 22 minutes of futsal.
So clean, so good to watch. Parthamos to Chichek. Yu's gone up court again. Got to maintain possession. The goal wide open. If Fitzroy can get a hold of the ball and a sight on it. Yu. Side ball for Campbellfield. Chichek. How they need him now. Yu. Lewis almost made a mincemeal of it. Tries to have a shot at goal, but Parthamos is there. 1:10 remains. Chichek. Can Campbellfield find it? Lewis again called to action. May have just hurt his wrist there, Tyler Lewis. Rogan through the centre. Now out to Allen. Allen couldn't receive the return ball. Chance here for Campbellfield. Yu's come forward again. There he is, Aaron Yu. To Marias. Has a shot! Outstretched arm of Tyler Lewis. Didn't need it though. Side ball here for Campbellfield. Timarias waiting. The King. Chichek. Lewis. Corner now. Parthamos comes forward. Timarias to Parthamos off his right. Still can't light the fuse of the cannon. Elias Parthamos, the King. Off the volley. Lots of people watching on YouTube. I'm sure there are nails being bitten. 27 seconds now for Campbellfield to find an equaliser. Will it be Elias Parthamos? Will it be the King? Will it be Aaron Yu? Out of play. Still Campbellfield's ball. Dimarias. Yu. Trying to centre it to João da Silva. Yu sprints back towards goal. 14 seconds now. Is there one final definitive play from Campbellfield? Yu goes forward. They need everyone going forward now. Parthamos almost loses it. Yu. Rogan puts it out of play. 3 seconds. Last possible attempt here for Campbellfield. It's going to take something amazing. Have they got something amazing? Chichek off his left, perhaps. Oh, just missed the deflection from Elias Parthamos. And that will be the ball game. That is devastating. It is Fitzroy 2, Campbellfield 1 in an absolute thriller. Folks, still to come. Moreland versus Western Wolves will wrap up round 5. Does Lockie, here he is. Again, Caro in front of him. Now it's Temmel. Oh, Temmel! And there's the crowd pop for Hume. Gives it away. Hume. Hume! Hume! They're back! They are back! He misses and Moreland win. Here we go. He doesn't miss. A wonderfully worked goal. Freno Sarek comes deep, as he likes to do. Oh, it's number 3! It's an absolute belter. An absolute thumper. What a start from Altona. They are a house on fire. And that was Lazar Savic.
And that was just pure savage there from Lazar Savic. What an absolute ripper. Lovely assist here from Freno Sarek, and Savic just eyes it up and went bang. And Maliaros just couldn't keep it out. 3-0. This is getting really ugly pretty quick here, Michael.
Turn the tide. If they win tonight, they could be up for a chance for championship.
Claudia Frascalzo, how do you do? Smack bang into the net off the throw-in from Chloe Dranotsky.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Tyler Lewis from Fitzroy. Tyler, congratulations. That was a really, really tight game. Talk us through it from your point of view.
I'll be honest, obviously when you have Elias and Nando trained most of Fitzroy, so he knows our little tricks and everything along those lines, so we had to come up with a couple of new ones. You know, we scored a goal, their second goal was throw a throw-in. When was the last time you see any of us do a throw-in? So caught them off guard. So, but yeah, they were good, man. Like, Elias makes that team so much better. Jeez, I miss him. I actually miss playing with him. He's so good.
Like we were saying earlier on, it was a shock decision that he moved on, but you guys did pick up, obviously, players like Arturo Diaz and Jose Russo. How have those guys come in? I know they're different types of players, but how do they fit into the Fitzroy system?
I mean, Arturo's taking a little bit of time. You've got to look at the way he played and who he's played for in the past. It's a very different style to how we played. Cozzy's probably been a little bit more easier to gel because he's been there, done that. Like, so now it's just remembering all the little bits and pieces that he's learnt over the time. So it's, and Marsden as well. Don't forget about Marsden. Marsden's been a good fit. It makes it really, to be able to not have to worry about who the keeper is a massive thing for a team. So I know the boys come here week in, week out now and go, oh, doesn't matter who keeps. Like, we're not dropping any standard there. So it's been good.
We're 5 games into the season, 4 games for you guys. How do you feel Fitzroy can take it up another level in the next couple of games, or do you feel like you guys are still learning off each other?
I think you'll find over this first block of 7 games, it was going to take time for Marsden, Arturo, Cozzy to come back in. So and then you've got to realise that Michael pretty much didn't play a lot of last season as well. Corey's in and out. Like, it takes time for these players to gel, and I think you'll find that the next lot of 7 games, I think you'll find us go from second gear to third to fourth to fifth to sixth. I think there's that much potential. I think we're pretty flat at the moment.
Pretty flat, I reckon. Yeah, even though you've only conceded 4 goals in 4 games, you guys feel pretty flat.
Defensively, we're great. It just when we come into attack, like, I think we can do it. I think we can even score more goals. Like, just little bits and pieces. Just more. I think there'll be more and more goals to come as once we work out how to play with each other.
No worries. Thank you so much for that, Tyler. Congratulations on the win. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We've got more Western Wolves versus Moreland right after this. Don't go away.